We are live. So, welcome everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our Sacred Sunday Spiritual Circle. Yet another amazing, beautiful circle of love. Welcome everybody. Oh, welcome. And our beautiful special guest, Kathleen. Feels good to gather again, huh? We have missed you, really. It's been 2 months that we didn't have Sacred Sunday Spiritual Circle as we were busy traveling. And I was telling Michael, I said, it feels very strange that we weren't together. So, I don't know, it's not this attachment. We're getting rid of these attachment things, but there's this beautiful gift whenever we come together in a gathering like this and all this joyful feelings are shared amongst us. Like we miss it ourselves. Like one part we do this for you, but the other part we're really doing this for ourselves because it just feels so amazing to set this up and gather and to know these are you're really giving because we feel so good.
What's amazing is, as you guys have felt, will feel, is just that deep connection when we do come together. I feel in this time there's so much happening. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but there's just so much happening out there. So when we can come together and just feel our energies in a group and connect with one another, because we know that when we come together, we expand that outwards. And we allow that to be brought into each of our own communities. So it's nice that we can take this Sunday. We're grateful to each and every one of you to be here and just dedicate this time to yourself as you just listen and you receive and you just feel what comes through, because these messages are really geared from our heart and, as many know, spontaneous in the ways that allow us just to allow what's moving through so we can share and feel that deep heart connection that we know we're here to expand.
So thank you, my love. And oh my God, I'll leave this one here for you too. So, the 24th of November, this powerful gateway month of November, this entire month, we've been going through these portals of ascension. Each and every day, then we have had these certain specific alignments that are opening these cosmic portals where there's more and more streams of light coming in, and it's coming in. It's the rays of light that we already are. So this whole circle is based on the rays of light, the rays of light that we already are, the rainbow beings that we already are, and the presence of it is around the I am presence. What does that mean? To be really present, to be in the presence of the fullness of that which we are. That I am, that already is, has always been, will always be. So when we have these portals, like let's say 1111, this massive gateway that opens, there's the from the central sun alignment and the galactic sun and the universal sun to source sun, there's this pouring of the streams of light codes that is already us. The expansion of our higher self already is within this. So the codes become so ignited inside of us. And what happens when that happens? Right? All the crap also shows up. So I want to start with this because there's a purpose for it. We have a little exercise we're going to do. We're going to lift this vibration up together. And that's why we gather, because we're all in it together. So have you, by any chance, noticed this? Since 1111, a lot of density suddenly showed up in your outer field. You can just raise your hand. Yeah. Go ahead and show it. It's okay. Okay. There is a reason for it. When this stream pours in, it's so powerful. It's going through all of our bodies, from the spiritual body to the etheric body to the mental body to the emotional body. It can't stay in the etheric. It has to pull in the emotional bodies to start steering everything back into motion. So all the fluids in our system that somewhere has been stuck, it goes into movement. So the energies goes back into motion. And it wants to release, it wants to clear, it wants to rid of that in which is in separation of the divine totality of our essence. It's like the divine essence becomes available in that expansion, and suddenly all these things within the field that is in separation of the totality of our truth becomes kind of like it pops up. And then what is it that we are being asked to deliver? Truth coming in, right? We're being asked to deliver the love. We know this on etheric plane. There's a whole nother consciousness when we know something on the etheric plane and then we got to put it into action. Holy moly, right? So whether it's like was banned, former spouse was banned, you have to apply a lot of love to it. And you know it, but you got to bring it in where sometimes you don't want to. But what has happened? There's this like expansion of truth that is you. Okay, you've been doing so good in this love talk. Love is so good. Let's put it into action now. Bring it in. Bring it to the areas that's wrathful. Bring it to the area that is missing love. Bring it to the area that's actually hurting because it too wants to expand into life. Can you dare, and be courageous enough to bring it to those that truly need it? Not that they're deserving of it. Most of the time, they're certainly not deserving of it. Am I right or am I right? Are you kidding me? I have to again expand. I don't want to. Then there's this whole dialogue. Are you kidding me? So and so did this. You have every reason to be like, flower you, right? I just came through. Flower you, baby. Anyway, but literally, you don't want to, but you have to. Why? Because you're part of the golden age. You're part of we all are part of that golden frequency that we've tapped into and we need it. It's not easy, but we sure didn't sign up for it to be easy, did we? We signed up as a collective to experience the highest level of density and bring the highest level of divinity into the contraction and expand it back into life. Like if you just allow ourselves to sit back for a second and be dazzled by like, holy moly, like I really signed up for this. Like, just sit back for a second, close your eyes, just close your eyes. So here's this place called Earth. Here you are in the heavenly realm. It's so delicious, it's so beautiful, it's so lush, so glorious. You can see all the Pegasus and the unicorns and the dragons, the entire angels and the ascended masters. Some of the delicious galactics are there. Oh, everything is in gold and purification ray of light and rainbows, beautiful flowers, trees. Everybody is living in that utopian experience. People are communicating telepathically, magically, creating instantly. There's abundance. There's no lack. And then suddenly there's a signal that goes out to the universe. Hello, beings of light. There's a planet called Earth needs help. You are the masters. You've trained, you've been prepared. Would you like to go help her? And all of you raise your hand. Oh yeah, I'm going. I got the goods. I'm going to go help her. And then you drop in. As a fetus, you come into this place, and the first thing you do is scream as you come out your mother's beautiful uterus or cesarean. You're like, oh no, take me back. No. It was not supposed to be the same. Right from that day one, you're like, oh no. And then there's the whole journey with everything you actually agreed to experience here, just so that you can exercise your divine love into action. So take a deeper breath in. And release the crap. Okay, enough already. Breathe in again. You sign up for this. Let it go. Surrender that you're also equipped with everything. Breathe that in. That you have everything you need to deliver this. Breathe it out. Yeah. Let's open our eyes. So we forget a lot because that's part of our journey onto earth. It's kind of comical. Once we start really coming into heart and we start really feeling it, like, wow, this cosmic joke is quite interesting. Once I start actually interacting with it, so all of these individual situations have been part of this. And then you move into appreciation and gratitude. So today we gather. We have this week of gratefulness, Thanksgiving. For a long time, I would actually get very mad at Thanksgiving because I would be so angry what took place with the Native Americans. And I would just have like, shit, they don't want the turkey, they don't want this, they don't want this, and they want it like it. I would raise quite a bit of challenge there. And then one day my little son said to me, he's like, can you just be grateful? And that really touched me because I'm such a spiritual warrior. I came to fight in this, like this has been my position in this earth. My name was given after a female fighter in the battles of Karbala. Like I'm a spiritual warrior and I'm ready. So I'm signed up for this. He's the peaceful warrior. So, but all of you, you know where you are. So I was like, ready. My younger son just put things in just such a subtle way into perspective because my energy being in this incarnation has been to bust systems, rebel. I come from the wave of the indigo to just start dismantling the structures and the systems as many of you are. So of course my first attention would be towards the anger, the wrong that has been done. So we have to bring it to the gratitude that also is here. And that really shifted. So I want to just bring that to your awareness, the gift that my younger son gave to me, pass it on. Because while all of these things are happening around us, and it's not easy, right? We're seeing finally things dismantling, it's beautiful. There's a lot of crumbling taking place. As challenging and dense as it seems and feels and is, we're having very true experiences, yet at the same time, there's this love, there's this gratitude, there's this beautiful blessings that's also happening. And our attention is very important. So this week, Thanksgiving, some of us are going to be families, some are not, but there's this collective energy of being grateful. And what does gratefulness do to us? It raises the vibration. The vibration starts spiraling the other way, going back up. So we have a small little exercise for you. So we're just going to tap into gratefulness. So I have a little pad and a pencil for you. If you'd like to grab that, please, a moment. So with here, I want you to just, without thinking, write down 3 things very quickly that when you just do this for another, you feel the most grateful. There's no thinking. You just do it. You just feel so elated. Just 3 things without thinking. Just write it. Like, I feel so grateful. I feel grateful when I do this for another. And if it's just coming in, add a couple more to it. I don't see any of you smiling as you do. How is that so serious? How is that grateful? Okay, maybe we needed Michael to go first to do his exercise. Like, I'm really grateful for that joy. I feel so grateful when I do this for another person. Like right now, for me, I don't have something gratefulness that I get to facilitate this for no other purpose than just be here with y'all. So freaking grateful. And I can't even hide the joke because I'm sweating. You know? Right? So I'm gonna just have us go around, just say the first one. So this way.
I put gifting.
Okay? Well, what's
I'm
that?
grateful when I'm gifting something to someone else.
Okay, thank you, Kathleen.
When I acknowledge somebody for
Okay.
their who they are, what they've done, I put them in, edify them.
Okay, and that makes you feel so grateful. And you can say, I feel so grateful when?
I feel so grateful when I give unconditional support.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so grateful when I give unconditional love.
Beautiful, thank you.
I am so grateful when I help find healing sources for others.
Okay, thank you.
I'm so grateful when I listen and hold space for others.
Thank you.
Grateful when I help someone with something.
Thank you.
I feel really honored and happy when I can support other people's work financially.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel so grateful when I can make someone smile.
Thank you.
I feel so grateful when I make my husband's drink.
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
I feel really grateful when I tell someone that I see them.
Thank you.
I feel so grateful when I make a meal for someone.
Okay, thank you.
I feel so grateful when I hug someone.
See, look at that vibration. Notice how quickly the vibration just lifted, right? What is that? When we come from the power of the heart and we give for the pure purpose of giving. Because what is actually happening is we are receiving the highest level because we're freeing that space from any expectation, anything. We're allowing the gratitude, which is a divine virtue, quality, from the truest nature of our essence that is completely abundant. And we give from that infinite, we get to experience it in the finite, and it expands us. You all get a little warm? Like when you said that, did you feel? And look, this is the quality of the healers, right? Majority of us, we are healers in different settings because we love to give, because that's what transforms energy. So as we get to move into this week, I want to invite you to really give yourself permission to feel the gratefulness first into your essence. Today I really went into my body and I gave thanks to the neurotransmitters. I gave thanks to my skin. I went really like molecule level, cellular level, in just gratitude because I wanted that part of me that is the whole me, the divine me, to come into all of these fabrics of finite areas. So it too remembers its truth. You see? That is divine, that is grateful, that is beautiful, that is bountiful, that is always full, whole. It's never lacking. So with that, let us have a little beautiful prayer invocation. This is my absolute favorite one. It just matches this week. So if you want, stand up or sit down, place your hands in your heart. And I want you to just really feel like, really feel that. This is the song of thanksgiving. Okay? I love this one so much. So feel it in your heart. Either close your eyes, open your eyes as you without saying, and just breathe into that. Breathing and into you and every part of you. Okay. My beloved, I am present. Grateful am I now for thee. Flooding forth life's perfect essence. Setting all the earth now free. Let us see thyself now clearly. Oh, rend now the human veil. Bless the masters we love so dearly. By their love God does prevail. Thank you for the air we're breathing. Thanks for earth and sea and sky. Thank you for the many blessings men so thoughtlessly pass by. Thank you for a heart that's beating. Thanks for home and comfort too. Thanks for perfect sight and hearing. All through love that flows from you. Thank you for the blessed sunshine, filling our worlds with cheer. Thank you for the elementals and the friends we hold so dear. Thank you for the love's great forgiveness. Thanks for love, mercy too. Thanks for divine's great gift of healing. Oh, thanks for all you do. Bless America the free. Lift her people out of bondage. Raise their consciousness to thee. Hold them in the heart of the freedom. Seal them in this violet flame. Purify their homes and their families through the love of Saint Germain. My beloved, I am present. Grateful am I now for thee. Take my body, mind, and soul. Take the heart and spirit of me. Make of me thy perfect chalice, messenger of love and peace. By the light of divine, give us ascension, sweet release. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. And you may repeat, beloved, I am.
Beloved,
I am. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And with that, we welcome our beautiful guest, Kathleen Troust, for her to come and share her beautiful message with us. Thank you so much, darling. Sure.
We can take a breath. Kneel, is that okay? No, I mean, is it okay if I sit?
Yeah, of course. As you like.
Because that's what I could see earlier. I first want to thank you for the invitation to come share. The first thing that comes up for me when I'm asked to talk about anything is how can I be inspiring? How can I be impactful? How can I keep it tight? When it just opens up this Pandora's box of things I might want to share. And I'm feeling emotional because the thing that's really on my heart is something that's, I feel some shame in sharing it publicly because of this stage and where I'm at with the separation and divorce. Honey was one of the first people I reached out to because I know she also felt a calling that she couldn't ignore. And that happened for me. It's really been happening for me for a long time, and I just keep fighting. I kept fighting against my soul, saying I can make it work. I can do enough coaching. I can do enough healing. I can manage my own triggers. I don't have to project that on to him. I can do it. I have 2 little boys, and I just didn't want to be a failure. We've done so much personal growth work, and of all the couples that could make it, I really thought that I could. And one day, the universe really intervened and made it ugly because the only thing that gave me enough gumption to do it, because I don't think I could have without it. It was just a big blow up. It just felt so much anger that I was just able to say no more, I can't. And anytime I talk about or even think about all the reasons, it's just so dense. I mean, there's reasons. I mean, how do you put into words that, like, my spirit is just calling me out? And that's the predicament, is when spirit has something else to say than what my head thinks is right. And it's happened multiple times, not just in this instance. This is probably the most difficult thing I've ever done. 2 years ago, I stepped out of my profession as a physical therapist in that form, doing a body of work that is so deep in my heart, myofascial release, if anything, it taught me, like, if your body could speak, what would it say? And that's how I've developed my intuition and all of these things. But stepping away from that was losing my identity. And I remember sitting with you and just crying like this, like, you're going to be so upset at me for leaving the clinic. And before that, it was closing my private practice. Like, my spirit kept calling me out to be a mom, just be home with my kids. And I was like, who will I be if I don't own my own business? And will people still look up to me? Will I still be able to make that same difference? And before that, it was leaving a clinic that I felt so loyal to because I found myofascial release, and I just felt like I can't be here anymore. And I felt so guilty. I just felt so bad that I was letting somebody else down because of something I couldn't even put my finger on. How do I explain that? I know I'm not the only one that experiences these predicaments.
You're definitely not.
You're not.
And I'm in the space of mating my own soul right now, which is a saying that I've heard through Abraham Hicks. I'm just a big follower of that work. And oh wow, a lot of makeup's coming out.
You're still
All
very
the
beautiful.
dirt's coming out.
Mating my own soul and allowing a more healthy love and healthy relationships in my life, and a co-creation with other people that will help me raise my vibration so that I can do what I'm meant to do on this planet, whatever it is. Inspire others, help people heal, help people understand their bodies, and help them with their own relationship to their own spiritual guidance. I mean, if I could do that, and then of course turn around and inspire my kids and to grow up and be amazing contributions to this planet. That's what I want, and I really want my soon-to-be former husband. I can't even say.
Was been.
Huh?
You graduate, you say was that.
Was been?
Yes.
Was. I have so much love for this human being, so much gratitude. Right now, he feels that our marriage was a waste. And it's really hard because I feel like our marriage was a beautiful co-creation. Has gotten us to where we are today. We're not the same people. I mean, we've grown a lot. But I just send him love and light, and I've already had visions even before I asked to separate. I saw us apart, and that was really hard to see, but it was happy. We were happy and apart, so I've already seen the future, and I know he's gonna get there. I do ask if everybody can send Dave love and light just on his journey, and that it will turn out to be beautiful and be full of gratitude for going through what we've gone through. right now. It's so hard to be the source of somebody else's pain. It's so hard. How do I say I see the future? Today I'm grateful for my spiritual guidance, for just continuing to send me the messages and opening up the doors that I need to open, just one little door at a time. Open the door and see what's next. Open the door and see what's next. Thank you so much, and thank you, honey, for really sharing your story with me when this was going on. She must have left like 15 lifeless voice messages. Just share the challenge you had when you did this. I don't know if I'm a planetary healer like he is, but I know like Spirit had something else to say. Then I finally listened. I'm going down the hard road, but I'm grateful for my own strength and the communities that I get to be tapped into to help me do that. Thank you.
Thank you. You're in front of thousands of people when you speak, and this is a huge gift that you've given to yourself and to us in this intimate circle. The intimate circle to speak where so many are experiencing within themselves these. You're not the only one. So thank you for having the courage to shed tears when many are not willing to shed those tears and allow it to wash us through us. That's the gift when Spirit comes in. The truth, authenticity, and the beauty. Thank you.
For listening.
Thank you.
And if we have like a big hug session, like
Yeah.
You're supportive.
You're so great.
You were very brave. Thank you, Stephen. Kathleen is she speaks in front of thousands of people, and I messaged her. I was like, I want you to share your heart. This is a place. Come with your heart is welcome, because your heart will be heartened and it will be helped. And that's the freedom that each of us are moving into. And to allow that separation that has taken place before to come into that alignment. Right? Your heart is calling you home. It's the most beautiful thing that we get to witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you for being real. Thank you for being raw. Thank you, honey, for sharing. And before I start, because there's so much energy spiraling, we just all take a nice deep breath in. And exhale out. And exhale out. One last deep breath in. And exhale out. So I'm very grateful for today, for sharing all that has been coming through all of us, because I feel you, Kathleen. I feel you, honey. And I really want to bring forth the message, the story of divine love, of gratitude, and the connection that is all in between. As you know, Honey and I, we travel quite a bit. It's always funny when Honey and I say, we're gonna go here on a vacation. We're gonna go here. We never realize what's going to happen. But we do realize we're being called to certain areas to receive the message and to do the planetary healing. So I'm going to share an experience, a story that was just so deeply touching to my heart, that allowed me, even to this day, just to feel what was expressed to me so I could share that with you and you can share this message. So, Honey and I, every morning we wake up and we do our prayer. And we were on a magical island of Milos. As most know, this is, or most know or don't know, this is the island of Aphrodite. And so after our Egypt trip was kind of shifted into a new direction, one morning, a very cold morning, a morning that my back was in pain, a morning that my emotions were just not in the right place, and a morning I wasn't feeling well, I realized I wanted to go to a spot just to sit and just feel the land, feel the love. What's so interesting, have you guys ever realized you can be in the most beautiful paradise ever? And you're sitting there and you're just in this immense area and you're not even enjoying a thing because your brain's talking, the wind's blowing, some reason you just can't feel that joy. So I walked down to the spot. Honey knows that it's this, if you could just imagine, this beautiful rock cliff, almost like planet surface that meets the water. And I sat down and I realized I have a choice. I have a choice to give my energy to this, what we may call intruder, what we may call negative energy, what we may call this hurt and pain that's happening. Or I could just stop and shift my attention to what is in front of me. What is exactly before my eyes. So as I was sitting there in prayer and just having this uncomfortable sensation and just really not able to enjoy what was before me, I stopped, I took a deep breath, and I looked at the water. I just breathed in the gratitude of the water before me and the sound of the waves hitting the cliff. Then I saw this beautiful seagull go by and I was like, wow, look at the seagull. Thank you, seagull. And breathed in the gratitude of just this seagull flying right by. Then there was these boats that were floating up and down, and just noticing they weren't floating away, but they were just choppy. And I looked at the boats and I said, wow, look at the boats. And you know what was starting to happen? All of the energy that was distracting me just started to dissolve. Even the cold ground that I was sitting on, I couldn't feel anymore. And I realized my heart started to open. The energy started to lift. And then before I knew it, the sun started to rise. And the rays came out of this island that was ahead of us and just started radiating. And I just sat there in this immense gratitude of thank you. Thank you for this connection that has been building with each state of gratitude that I was building in my heart. You know what was strange? When that sun came out, before I know it, I was out of my body because all I felt was this interconnection of everything that was around me. This feeling of joy, this feeling of ecstasy, this feeling that everything around me in my presence, I'm just feeling grateful, happy, and joyous. And before I knew it, I heard this voice, this presence that came before me. Tears were coming because the elegance, the grace of this voice introduced herself as Aphrodite. You know what she said? She said, this is the gift to humanity. And I sat there, this gift. Divine love is the gift that we get to express, we get to feel, we get to act. We as human beings on this earth in this ascension process are given the gift of this divine love. And she expressed how simple it is before us, yet how complex we have in understanding it versus feeling it. And as I sat there, I just felt this embracing because when she said how simple it was, she repeated, it's before you, it's in you, it's all around you in this very moment, divine love. And so I sat there, and of course my mind wanted to analyze it because it was so powerful that it jumped me out of my meditation. I was like, wow. She disappeared, and I sat there and I was like, divine love. It's not this emotional love. It's not this love that we understand as in these relationships that we're having. It's much bigger than before us. It is so grand that we have a hard conception because we want to think it, analyze it, experience it in a way that we haven't quite embraced it. And what I felt was so amazing that allowed me to get to this experience is gratitude. Because gratitude, I'm learning and experiencing every day, just like this morning, waking up with low back pain, exhausted, tired from a day of clients, and being like, okay, here we go again. And just went directly to my heart and said, okay, thank you, stuffed animals. There's the stuffed animals. Thank you, tree. There's the tree. Thank you for what presence is before me. And before I knew it, that gratitude lifted, where the vibration started to shine. And I could again feel those golden rays that were coming before me. Those golden rays that are shining now to expand and lift our heart. I know and feel and becoming more and more aware that every time we step into gratitude and we emanate it, it not only dissolves everything around us, it diffuses the one thing that is being created, judgment, the mind. It shifts from the mind to the heart and opens us up to our greatest power. So today I would like to do an activity that we can anchor this. We can bring it into, because as simple as it feels, or as simple as it sounds, it is an energy that I invite, because what I'm aware of is there's a connection that we form, a connection that we have with the divine that is already there. It's now just embracing it, embodying it, and being it. And so today I'd like to share this exercise with you so we can emanate it, illuminate it, and radiate it not only here, but to our beautiful capital, to this beautiful world, and to everything that is around us. So if we can all stand up. And honey, you can join this circle too. And we can come a little closer. You can stay there because I know we're on live stream right now. And let's hold hands. Let's just hold our hands. Let us take a deep breath in and exhale out. And let us feel these feet, these beautiful feet that we have. And let us just take a deep breath of thanks and gratitude for these beautiful feet right now. Feeling the gratitude that these feet are here. Let us take a deep breath and feel the appreciation of these legs that are attached to our feet. And exhale that feeling. Oh, through our legs. Let us breathe into these hands that are connected to one another, to feel this connection between each other. Let us feel this connection. Let us breathe into our heart and feel this love, this gratitude, this infinite place that this love connects us, hand to hand, heart to heart. Let us breathe into that beautiful mind and be thankful for the wisdom that is before us, allowing us to feel this connection, this love, as we connect our heart. We connect these hands, and we connect this divine love that is amongst us, remembering that these hands, this heart is here to embrace us, to embody us as we feel this support, we feel this celebration. We feel this oneness, that we are connected in this light, in this love, and in this world that we are here to fully feel the divinity of who we are, to celebrate this divinity, to honor this divinity, and to fully be this divinity. Let us feel this energy that now circulates through our hands, through our hearts, and just breathe now. Remembering that we are divine love and that we are connected to each and every aspect of this beautiful life. These beautiful hands, these beautiful energies that are amongst us, to fully honor, to fully appreciate, to fully be grateful for.
Aho. And with that, we breath down here. So this beautiful love vibration energy we're in is very powerful. As I have you Phil hold your hands, as the healing rays are here to just help and support us as we go through this, and to recognize all of these so-called density. Again, they're part of our divine plan, divine journey, divine destination, and all of it is part of divine plan. So, Kathleen, what you shared is so perfect. To be able to allow the divine tears to wash away, so that the purity and clarity is seen in your witness to your own. This is all of us, our journey. Maybe have the courage to let our heart really speak purely, freely. A lot of times we don't give ourselves that permission. So coming in this place of our hearts that we are in, it's beautiful to allow the sound of the heart to come in. The sound vibration of the heart is very important. It's got a ray of light. The ray of its light is a emerald green, and the center of it is actually pink. The cosmic love is pink color, right? We're going to allow it to sound out a little bit. And the sound of it, when you really want to allow the heart to open up, is the sound of the ma. And it goes really up, whatever you like. So we just going to breathe into that space and just let it vibrate through. And I'll start. Give me about a minute. And then join. Keep breathing again. Feel the love. You can't do it with your head. You gotta feel it. And you might notice your hands want to raise as you start doing this. So sounding. It's just the sound, not singing, just sound.
firefighter, however it is. Allow your lips to be placed with each other, and what's that sound? Release. One more time, deep breath in. Release. And release it all the way down. Now, before we leave, I'm going to ask you while you're here, let us invite the ray of the beautiful electric blue from the heart of divine source light to come over through us, all the way through us, washing our bodies all the way down to earth. Let us now bring your attention all the way back up. Let us bring the color, the ray of the yellow wisdom and illumination. Let it come all the way down through you and all around you, and all the way down to earth. Like a wash, let it wash over you. Next ray of light, let us invite the color, the ray of the pink golden love to extend all the way down through you like a column of light, all the way through you, all around you, all the way down to earth. Next ray of light, let us invite the purification ray of the white purity light to pour all the way down through this pillar of light, all the way through you and around you, all the way down to earth. Next ray of light, let us welcome the emerald green ray of manifestation and healing to pour down from the heart of divine source light all the way through you, all the way around you, and down to earth. And next ray of light, let us invite the consecration ray of the golden purple ray of light to pour down all the way through to wash you completely and all around you, going all the way down to earth. And finally, let the violet flame of transformation, transmutation, transcendence to be brought down all the way, showering you through the power of the violet fire, the violet flame, all the way through you and all around you, all the way down to earth. Shoo! An invocation for this. I am the being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Let us say that together. I am the being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And one more time. I am the being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And so it is.
So it is.
Shoo! And for those of you that need it, watch the violet flame as a sphere of light around you. And let it transmute and transcend all density that doesn't belong to your perfect divinity. Allow the circle of violet fire, violet flame, to circle all around you and transcend and transform everything around. I'll say the last invocation. I am the being of violet fire, violet flame. Allow it to circle around you. I am the being of violet flame. I am the being of violet flame. I am the being of violet fire. I am the being of violet fire. I am the purity divine desires. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame in light and on I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the violet flame shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am divine's golden power, freeing myself and everyone. And so it is.
So it is.
Mm-hmm. So you can release your hands, dear heart. Oh, the sweetie hands are so delicious. I know. Violet flame. This is one of the things we can do. Just bring the rays of light because we are part of it and just allow it to wash over us very quickly and let it come through all around. Let it send it back to earth. We can do this for ourselves. We can do it for our loved ones, for all we need. And as we wrap up this gratitude, I'd like to have us close the circle and putting the gratitude in here for our families, for our loved ones, for our country, for our states, for our earth, whatever we like. Let us bring our gratitudes in this week. Week's letter of gratitude. And let us say, I am grateful for, and let us put it in here. Just all of us, we go all together at once. We just keep saying, ready? Let's put it in. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my journey. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my beautiful health. I'm grateful for my health. I am grateful for my love. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for all these blessings. I'm grateful for the community. I'm grateful for Mother Earth. I'm grateful for the flowers. I'm grateful for the stars. I'm grateful for the dolphins. I'm grateful for the whales. I'm grateful for the butterflies. I'm grateful for the monkeys. I am grateful for all the beautiful plants. I'm grateful for the rainbow. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful. Come on, blast it. Come on, bring it. Blast it. Put it in a little bit more. Voice it. It goes out to the universe. I'm grateful for all these hands. I'm grateful for love and love. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for all this oneness energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
So it is.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And thank you. And thank you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you. How you're feeling now?
Full.
And remember, what you receive from here is very important to go give it out. So you wrote a couple of things on your notes. In order to allow this energy to extend out and expand through all your feet, you go share it abundantly shared because you are the one who receives the gift. Not because, of course, other ones will too, but you're the first that's receiving the gift so you can extend it. So extend it because that's how we expand it. And we are part of the Earth's grid through our life that is being expanded. We are all planetary workers because just the mere fact that we are in these temples and we're radiating our lights, we're part of the planetary ascension and creating the new grids of life. So thank you so much love.
Thank you.
Thank you for blessing us on this Thanksgiving with your presence, gifting us so we can share with you. And I also like to just take a moment in deepest gratitude to sacred sister, beloved Sherilyn, who transitioned. 29, she would have turned 60 in her earth incarnation. And in honor of her, her mystical art medicine cards are pulled for us so we can each receive what is the medicine for us. And I'd like to celebrate our beloved Sharon. I've had the honor of having her visit 3 times. And she came to me and she said, one of the things she said, you really have to take time to nurture you. Really do more nurturing for you, honey. And I feel that's a message for all of us. So from Sherilyn to you all. And she was big on nurture with nature. And we honor her. We celebrate our sacred, my gosh, magical, truly magical mermaid sister, and in her beautiful, powerful card. So when you receive them, send all your love in her journey in spirit realm. She'll be helping a lot of us that were connected to her was as well. And so lots of love from our circle in deepest gratitude for the way she brought transformation onto the planet by how she allowed herself to be an instrument to her art. Is truly remarkable. And I like to just say, just this where she was the hugest part of my planetary work. The very first assignment when I started in Sedona, I had no clue 8 years ago, 7.5 years actually, what on earth I was doing. I was just following spirit, tearing, separation, everything like what Arcturians had said. You have to go 40 assignments, 40 ceremonies. I had no clue. They were talking in codes. I couldn't understand it. They couldn't decode anything. The first thing was Sedona. And I had no idea where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do. They said, they'll show me. They'll show me in their codes and languages and what have you. So by so-called chance, I stumbled upon Chocolate Tree in Sedona. And I went and there was the painting of Cognac. And I saw it, and it was in that moment, this man I heard him say, I have to seed these seeds. And I went up to him, I was like, what? And I don't know, and Spirit just told me to talk to him. And I said, did you put out a prayer that your land needs help? He said, yes, how did you know? I said, I don't know, actually. Do you have 2 rivers that are behind your land? Because they were telling me. He's like, yes, I do. I was like, okay, I'm supposed to come. Do the rivers meet? He said, yes. I was like, I'm supposed to come do planetary work. He's like, I had just asked for that. So I went but it was Sherilyn's confirmation because Kuan Yin had said I was in the right place. So she played the biggest part. And we did the planetary work, no clue what I was doing. No clue other than what we did. A year later, he messaged me. His land flourished so much that he grew so much crops. He grew sacred seeds, and he started a program in Uganda and Tanzania, helping others to grow these seeds and the farmers and dry farming. And he dedicated a whole area of his bees to me. Again, a year later, I had no plan. Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing. Arcturian said, just go drum, clear the land, and bring the ancestors back. I was just color and making sounds. I had no freaking clue what I was doing. So we never know when spirit calls what's gonna happen. It doesn't have the picture that you can imagine at all. It's completely different. But this will show you the way. And I honor Sherilyn today because it was her painting that was the first confirmation I was in the right place. We were always guided. So forever gratitude to her. I got to thank her this year. We cried a lot. So thank you, Sherilyn. We hold you so dearly to our hearts. May you continue to support all of us that were connected to you in our special spiritual community. Your light shines even brighter. You're helping so many of us as we go into 2020 with our true creative expression, bringing our divinity through. Love you so much, Sherilyn. Thank you. So may you receive your card and see what the magic it was she said. And we are complete for today.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And get to give our hugs to each other.
Wow.
I saw that video.
You want her?
I have the cards as well.
So how are you? Good to see you. Yeah. Is that your card?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, wow, you can always find your card. That's awesome. Did you do that with the steps?
No.
No?
It's straight. It's a work in progress.
No, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I was just like, yoga. I was like, I think because I was behind you right over here, I turned on and I was like, I think they're going to the same place I'm going. I need to do something.
You know, on the tape, you can do like magnets.
Yeah, I've got like my happy places on my car in Montana and the beach and Butler's Orchard. So I think we're gonna go there today. They're having like a hayride today, so get out and about. Yeah, it's great. Are you an artist? Yeah. Fabulous. I'm trying to find like I keep getting this like need to be creative. I'm just trying to figure out what it looks like and what it's about. It just kind of showed up this week. And instead of watching it happen, it's like, okay, so what are you gonna, how are you gonna make it happen? And I'm just writing about that. Yeah. That's a great idea. I should do that. I should take my son. So probably buy out the place. Yeah. That's interesting. Yes, love. Yeah, because I went there and I bought some stuff for a party. I didn't get a t-shirt, so maybe I guys are work with it. So hot pink and leopard. That could be really interesting. Oh, good. They got my hips in there. Yeah.
That's so great.
Oh, yeah.
I got decent.
I did a session with my daughter. I had decided not to at this point, but it may potentially come up. Because we're human, but it's really hard when your soul, your heart, I think I didn't want to get married and have kids this lifetime, and I did, and now I'm like, oh God. I should have listened to that, but anyway, when I went to train my son was fabulous. He wanted to come today. I oh my gosh, he would love it too. So he's 10. I have to ask honey. I was like, I don't know if this is kids. I'll have to ask. Yeah, there's a young, he's young 10 as well. So I don't think the mom is here. There was a mom, and it was just funny. Myself, I was just like, no. Yeah, because I haven't brought up, I'm going to kind of, I'm a Christian tradition. tradition, but I decided not to. I was like, you know what? You know, it's all, you know, especially for that foundation, expansion, whatever you need. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's light years ahead of me in some ways. Yeah. We're gonna be around the world looking at all these interesting things that they were doing. Yeah, she and I had all these stories It's all the shows where we paleontologists, anthropologists, archaeologists. I'm like, let's just throw it all in and do it all. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. How are you?
And she said, when you ask how everybody feels, she says, well, I do not stand down, like around solid, right? I got a different one.
not going yet. I know I usually run out the door, but I'm not.
That's a change.
Mischief, of course. No, actually, yeah, she's like, actually, so yeah, I'm pretty close to him. I'm like in the
One, two, three. One more. One, two. Okay.
We have your
It is actually okay, so if you're at the mall, really? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you have we can work hard.
Your cards, Sherman cards, stay here. You
Yeah.
can take a picture of it.
Take a picture, take the explanation, but please.
We're so blessed. Oh, that was amazing. I'm so glad that was
So we pack up my clothes. Can we help you?
Thank you, brother, for being here.